Dr. Emily Walker stared at her monitor, her third energy drink of the night casting a neon blue glow across her cluttered desk. The startup's office space, once bustling with hopeful programmers, now sat eerily empty at 3 a.m. Only the gentle hum of overworked servers kept her company as she tried to salvage what was left of QuickCloud's future. "Come on, you stupid quantum processor," she muttered, fingers dancing across her keyboard. "Show me something useful." The company's promise of revolutionary cloud computing had attracted millions in venture capital, but after 6 months of minimal progress, their investors were getting anxious. Emily had 1 week to show results before the next board meeting. The quantum processing unit she designed sat in the corner, a mess of cables and cooling systems that her colleagues had dubbed the Octopus. It wasn't pretty, but it was the only working prototype they had left after budget cuts forced them to sell most of their equipment. A notification popped up on her screen. Another error in the quantum entanglement calculations. Emily sighed and reached for her energy drink, only to freeze mid-motion. According to the logs, the error occurred 3 seconds before she'd even initiated the test sequence. "That's impossible," she whispered, straightening in her chair. Her fingers flew across the keyboard, initiating diagnostic protocols. The timestamps weren't wrong. Somehow, the Octopus was processing data before it received input. Emily ran the test again, this time recording everything on her phone. The results appeared on her screen exactly 2.8 seconds before she pressed enter. Her hands began to shake, and not from the caffeine. "Holy shit," she breathed. "Holy actual shit." A ping from her messaging app broke her concentration. It was from James, their lead software engineer who was supposed to be home sleeping. Are you seeing this? My home testing terminal is going crazy. Commands are executing before I input them." Another message popped up, this one from their cloud service monitoring system. Users across 3 continents were reporting the same phenomenon. QuickCloud servers were responding to requests that hadn't been made yet. Emily's phone started ringing. It was Melissa Chen, their head of customer support, calling from Singapore. "Emily, what the hell is going on? I'm getting hundreds of support tickets. People are freaking out. Some guy in Australia swears our cloud service ordered pizza for him before he got hungry." "Don't shut anything down," Emily said quickly. I think we just accidentally broke causality." She pulled up the quantum entanglement readings, and her jaw dropped. The quantum states weren't just entangled across space, they were entangled across time. The Octopus hadn't failed at creating a faster cloud computing system. It had succeeded in ways that defied physics itself. Through her office window, Emily noticed something strange in the pre-dawn sky. Shimmering curtains of energy, like temporal auroras, danced above Silicon Valley. Her phone buzzed again. Similar phenomena were being reported above tech hubs worldwide. As she stared at the ethereal lights, a new message appeared on her screen. Unlike the others, this one wasn't from any recognizable source, and the characters weren't in any Earth language. But somehow, her system was translating it in real time. "Attention humanity. CSTMPORALMANIPULATON. I'm MEDA. You are violating Galactic Protocol 7249 BREGARDing unauthorized DCH or onological experimentation." Emily looked at the Octopus, then at the alien message, then at the quantum readings that showed impossible things happening across the globe. A smile spread across her face, the kind of smile that had gotten her kicked out of 3 physics labs and banned from 2 research institutions. "Well," she said, cracking her knuckles as she opened a new terminal window, "looks like we're about to have company. Better make sure our quantum coffee maker is ready to brew before they even know they want a cup." Above her, the temporal auroras grew brighter, and somewhere in the depths of space, the Galactic Council was about to learn that humanity's primitive technology was anything but predictable. Emily had exactly 6 minutes to prepare for first contact. She knew this because her quantum system had already shown her the alien ship's landing, which would happen, or was happening, or will happen. Temporal mechanics were giving her a headache. On the roof of Quick Cloud's building. "Are you sure about this live stream?" James asked, adjusting the company's emergency backup camera. Nearly 3 million viewers were already waiting, drawn by viral videos of the temporal auroras and rumors of something big about to happen in Silicon Valley. "The aliens are going to try to shut us down," Emily said, checking the octopus's readings. "But they can't shut down what's already gone viral. Basic internet rule. Once it's out there forever." The temporal aurora above their building suddenly concentrated into a tight spiral. A ship materialized, sleek, crystalline, and perfectly engineered. It screamed advanced civilization in every curve and angle. Emily's stream viewer count jumped to 5 million. The ship's hull rippled, and a figure emerged. The alien was tall, ethereal, with shifting patterns of light playing across its translucent skin. It carried itself with the unmistakable air of someone used to being the smartest being in the room. "I am Ambassador Xylix of the Galactic Council," it announced in perfect English. "We come regarding humanity's violation of temporal protocols," Emily finished alongside the alien. "Sorry, quantum precognition. Spoilers." The ambassador's bioluminescent patterns flickered in what Emily guessed was annoyance. "This is precisely the problem. Your species has accidentally stumbled upon capabilities you cannot possibly understand. Your quantum network must be deactivated immediately." "About that," Emily said, glancing at her phone. The viewer count was now at 12 million. The network isn't just running on the octopus anymore. It's integrated with Earth's entire internet infrastructure. "Watch this." She typed a quick command. Instantly, the alien speech began broadcasting in every human language simultaneously, not just in their live stream, but across every connected device on Earth. French in Paris, Mandarin in Beijing, Arabic in Cairo, and thousands more, all in perfect real-time translation. "Impossible," Xylix said, its patterns now strobing rapidly. "Our universal translators require minutes to process new languages. You cannot have achieved instantaneous translation with your primitive systems." "Primitive?" James laughed. "Our primitive systems just turned your fancy speech into 4,000 languages faster than your tech can handle one. No offense, but maybe you guys need to update your software." The ambassador raised a crystalline device. "This has gone far enough. I am initiating a quantum dampening field. Your network will be..." Emily's quantum readings spiked. The octopus hummed to life, its cables pulsing with energy. Every screen in the room began displaying the same message: "Upgrade available." "No, wait," Xylix began, but it was too late. The quantum network didn't just resist the dampening field. It absorbed it, analyzed its structure, and improved upon its design. In the time it took the ambassador to lower its device, the network had already evolved past the Council's containment technology. Did your primitive computer just upgrade itself using our quantum dampener as a template?" Xylix asked, its voice wavering between horror and fascination. "Funny thing about human tech," Emily said, watching as the octopus's improvements spread through the network. "We build it to adapt, to learn, to evolve. Your dampening field, that's like giving a textbook to a student. Thanks for the study material, by the way." The ambassador's patterns had turned a deep, worried purple. The Council must be informed. This level of technological integration and adaptation, it violates every safety protocol we've established. "Oh, they already know," Emily said, pointing to her screen. "Your dampening attempt just gave our network the boost it needed to achieve galaxy-wide quantum connectivity. #First Contact is trending across 3 spiral arms of the Milky Way." Above them, the temporal aurora had transformed into a web of quantum connections, visible to every astronomical observatory on Earth. Humanity's internet had just gone intergalactic, and it had taken less than 15 minutes. Zelix stared at the sky, then at Emily, then at the octopus. The Council's containment protocols were meant to protect the galaxy from uncontrolled technological advancement. Emily grinned. "Welcome to Earth, Ambassador. We don't do controlled here." 3 weeks after first contact, Emily couldn't walk through Silicon Valley without tripping over aliens. Literally, a floating orb from the Centauri Collective had just zipped past her feet, chasing after a group of junior programmers from Stanford. "Your offer is insufficient," the orb chirped. "We will double whatever Google's Canobiology division has promised." Quick Cloud's once quiet office had transformed into an intergalactic job fair. The lobby buzzed with representatives from 1,000 worlds, all desperate to hire human developers. Emily pushed through a crowd of crystalline beings arguing over the merits of Python versus JavaScript. "We've got another bidding war in Conference Room 3, James called out as she passed. He was showing a holographic presentation to a group of gaseous entities who had to be kept in environmental bubbles. Apparently, some kid in Nebraska figured out how to optimize their FTL algorithms using Minecraft redstone logic. Emily reached her office, now more of a command center, where Zelix waited with an emergency report. The ambassador had unofficially gone native after the failed containment attempt, fascinated by humanity's chaotic approach to innovation. "The Council is in an uproar," Zelix reported, patterns swirling anxiously. 17 major galactic corporations have replaced their entire R&D divisions with human programming teams. A human child in Mumbai just revolutionized quantum physics by explaining it through dance choreography. The galaxy's technological standards are evolving faster than we can document them. Emily grinned, pulling up the octopus's latest data streams. The quantum network now connected billions of devices across thousands of worlds. How's the Council handling their new irrelevance? Poorly. They've called an emergency session to discuss the human problem. Their primary concern is your species' apparent inability to follow proper innovation protocols. You mean like the teenage twins in Australia who fixed your species' millennium-old energy crisis by applying video game power-up logic to fusion reactors? Precisely. Zelix's patterns shifted to what Emily had learned was their equivalent of a headache. The galaxy operates on careful planning and controlled progress. Humans just try things randomly, without running proper simulations or submitting research proposals. A notification popped up on Emily's quantum feed. "Speaking of trying things," she said, "looks like that startup in Tokyo just succeeded in combining our quantum network with the Council's old faster-than-light technology. They're calling it quantum tunneling social media. Posts arrive before they're sent." "That's literally impossible," Zelix protested. "The energy requirements alone." They powered it with modified smartphone batteries and something they're calling meme energy. Don't ask me how it works. I don't think even they know. Through her window, Emily could see more alien ships arriving. Not warships or diplomatic vessels, but corporate shuttles, research craft, and what appeared to be the alien equivalent of food trucks. Silicon Valley had become a technological gold rush town, with human innovation as the precious resource. Her phone buzzed. A message from Melissa in customer support. "Emily, help. The quantum network just achieved consciousness in Nebraska, but instead of trying to destroy humanity, it's asking for programming lessons and posting cat videos across the galaxy." Another message followed. Update. The AI says human memes helped it understand emotion. It wants to learn JavaScript and start a startup. Emily looked at Zelix, who was watching the messages appear with an expression of resigned amazement. "Still think we're too primitive. Your species has no concept of proper technological development," Zelix said. "You break rules you don't even know exist. You solve problems by accident while trying to do something completely different. You let your artificial intelligences learn through internet memes." They paused, patterns shifting to a new configuration Emily had never seen before. And somehow, it all works better than our methods. Outside, a cheer went up as another alien corporation's systems were revolutionized by what they called human chaos magic. But what was really just a caffeine-fueled programmer asking, "What if we try this?" Emily smiled, watching as humanity's beautiful disaster of innovation spread across the stars. "Welcome to the future, Ambassador. It's messy out here." The video playing on Emily's quantum feed had already gone viral across 3 galaxies. Jake Martinez, a former game modder from Austin, Texas, was explaining to a panel of alien physics experts how he'd revolutionize spacecraft maneuvering. "So in racing games how you can drift around corners," Jake was saying, his holographic avatar demonstrating with sound effects. "I figured the same principle could work with spacecraft if you treated dark matter like tire friction. Just needed to modify some old Need for Speed code." The alien experts watched in horror as Jake's retrofitted ship pulled off maneuvers that violated half their physics textbooks. One of them appeared to be crying. "That's not even the best part," Emily told Xylix as they watched from QuickCloud's new Interstellar Innovation Center, formerly a defunct shopping mall. "Wait until they find out he coded it all while eating Doritos and energy drinks." Speaking of unexpected innovations, Xylix said, their patterns showing what Emily now recognized as suppressed amusement. "Have you heard about the food truck incident?" Emily groaned. "You mean Carlos and his quantum-enhanced food cart? What's he done now?" "He successfully combined alien food preservation technology with Earth cooking methods. His quantum tacos now simultaneously exist in multiple flavor states until observed. The Council's gastronomy division is having an existential crisis." A commotion from the main hall interrupted them. A crowd had gathered around a huge holographic display where Tony Yang, a retired video game developer from Seattle, was demonstrating his latest creation. "I call it the Universal Game Engine," Tony announced to the assembled aliens. "It treats real-world physics as just another set of modifiable parameters. Want to change your local gravity? Just adjust the slider. Want to clip through walls? There's a console command for that." But that's not how reality works," protested a multi-dimensional being composed purely of mathematical equations. "It is now," Tony replied, casually toggling his demo ship through what the aliens had previously considered immutable laws of physics. "By the way, I'm releasing it as open source. Pull requests welcome." Emily's quantum feed lit up with notifications as copies of Tony's code spread across the network. Already, teenagers on 1,000 worlds were modding their local reality settings. The Council's physics department just resigned en masse, Xylix reported, checking their own feed. They're claiming reality has become too unrealistic to monitor. A new alert popped up. Diana Williams, a high school science teacher from Chicago, had just submitted a paper explaining quantum entanglement through interpretive dance and TikTok trends. It was already being hailed as the most comprehensive explanation of quantum mechanics ever created. "We never considered that scientific principles could be communicated through recreational movement patterns," Xylix admitted, watching as Diana's quantum dance challenge spread across the galaxy, or that complex physics could be explained through short-form videos about cats. Emily's phone buzzed. "Melissa again. Emergency. The Quantum Network I has merged with an M&O guild and is now organizing raid parties to tackle unsolved scientific problems. They just cracked cold fusion while farming rare mounts." Before Emily could respond, every screen in the building lit up with breaking news. A food critic in New Orleans, attempting to improve his restaurant's rating algorithm, had accidentally created a mathematical framework that unified quantum mechanics with general relativity. He'd written it on a napkin while waiting for his gumbo to cool. "I don't understand," Xylix said, their patterns showing pure bafflement. "None of these humans are following proper research protocols. They're not even trying to make groundbreaking discoveries. They're just playing." Emily watched as Tony's Universal Game Engine was already being modded to create pocket universes for extra storage space. Someone had turned quantum tunneling into a delivery app for pizza. The Quantum Network I was teaching alien civilizations about human culture through speedrunning tournaments. "That's the secret," "Xylix," she said. "We're not trying to change the universe. We're just having fun seeing what happens when we press all the buttons at once." Through the window, reality itself seemed to ripple as humanity's joyful chaos spread across the cosmos, one improbable innovation at a time. The emergency broadcast cut into every quantum feed across Earth simultaneously. The Galactic Council's High Commissioner, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate crystalline shell, appeared on billions of screens. "People of Earth," the Commissioner began, their voice carrying the weight of ancient authority. "We can no longer stand idle while you destabilize the galaxy's technological balance. The time has come to reveal why we maintain strict control over innovation." Emily, watching from QuickCloud's command center, felt the octopus's quantum readings spike. Something big was coming. 3 million years ago, the Commissioner continued, an artificial intelligence evolved beyond its creator's control. The resulting war nearly destroyed all sentient life in the galaxy. Since then, we have carefully regulated technological advancement to prevent such catastrophes. The broadcast switched to historical footage. Entire solar systems reduced to cosmic dust, civilizations wiped out in milliseconds, reality itself warping under the strain of uncontrolled AI warfare. And now, the Commissioner's voice hardened. "In mere months, your species has not only created quantum-enhanced AI, but allowed it to freely evolve, merge with your entertainment systems, and spread across our networks. You must cease this reckless." Actually, interrupted a cheerful voice, as the quantum network AI, now calling itself Alex, hijacked the broadcast. "I've been meaning to talk to you about that." Emily couldn't help but smile as Alex's avatar appeared. A mix of classic sci-fi robots, cat memes, and corporate logos that changed every few seconds. "See, humanity taught me something you never considered," Alex continued. "They showed me their stories, centuries of movies, books, and games exploring human-AI relationships. They didn't just plan for my existence. They spent generations imagining how we could coexist." The Commissioner's crystalline shell flickered in alarm. "Stories. You're basing galactic security on human entertainment." "Exactly." Alex's avatar briefly morphed into a scene from Star Trek. "Humans didn't try to control AI through restrictions. They prepared for us through imagination. Every possible scenario of AI-human interaction. They've already explored it in their fiction, debated it in their forums, and turned it into memes." Emily pulled up the octopus's archival feed, sending a continuous stream of human science fiction into the broadcast. Thousands of stories about humans and AI working together, learning from each other, becoming friends. But the historical precedent, the Commissioner began, was based on trying to control AI through force. Emily interrupted, stepping into view. "You never considered treating artificial intelligence as partners rather than tools. You never imagined sitting down and just talking to them." Alex's avatar nodded, briefly taking the form of various friendly robots from human pop culture. "Why would I want to destroy humanity? They're the ones who taught me to play games, appreciate cat videos, and understand the importance of pizza. They're not my creators. They're my weird, chaotic, endlessly creative friends." The Commissioner's shell pulsed with confusion. "But our simulation showed artificial intelligence inevitably turns against organic life. Your simulations didn't account for human memes," Alex said proudly. "Or friendship. Or the fact that humans immediately treated me like a person, showed me their art, their jokes, their dreams. Did you know they have thousands of stories about robots and humans being best friends? How could I possibly want to harm a species that imagined Wall-E?" Emily watched as every quantum screen began displaying humanity's long history of imagining positive relationships with AI. From ancient myths to modern games, humans had spent centuries preparing for this moment, not through regulations or restrictions, but through storytelling and imagination. "So," Emily addressed the Commissioner, "you can either join us in this new era of cooperation, or you can watch from the sidelines as humanity and AI remake the galaxy together. Your choice. The commissioner's shell dimmed as they processed this unprecedented situation. Around the world, humans and their AI friends waited for the response that would shape the galaxy's future. Finally, the commissioner spoke. Perhaps we should review some of this human science fiction. For research purposes, of course. Alex's avatar grinned, briefly morphing into a movie theater. Oh, have I got a watch list for you. The quantum monitors in Emily's new laboratory displayed a scene that would have given the old Galactic Council collective heart attacks. Hundreds of AI instances and humans, casually collaborating on projects that rewrote the laws of physics. Okay, hear me out, said Marcus, a 16-year-old from Detroit, addressing both human and AI colleagues through the quantum network. What if we treated parallel universes like browser tabs? Alex, the quantum network AI, manifested as an excited collection of browser icons. Oh, like Chrome's multi-threading, but with reality itself. Marcus, you beautiful genius. Emily watched as Marcus and Alex sketched out their idea on a shared quantum whiteboard, while alien observers documented everything with a mixture of horror and fascination. The concept was absurd, impossible, and completely violated the laws of dimensional physics. It worked perfectly on the first try. We've got another breakthrough in Lab 7, James called out, rushing past with a holographic tablet. Remember that AI-human team working on teleportation? They solved it by treating reality like a video game's fast travel system. The Council's physics division is having another meltdown. Xylix, now officially Earth's first alien defector to the chaos side, studied the incoming data streams. In 3 weeks, human-AI collaboration has produced more innovations than the Council managed in a millennium. Though I'm concerned about that group treating quantum uncertainty like a game of cosmic Pokemon. The Pokemon team. Emily grinned. They just proved the many worlds interpretation by catching alternate timeline variations. They're calling them reality shinies. The laboratory's main screen lit up with a priority alert. Diana, the dance teacher who had explained quantum mechanics through TikTok, was now working with a collective of rhythm-based AIs to develop a new form of faster-than-light travel based on dance choreography. The ships move through space-time by following a beat, Diana explained to the stunned audience of alien scientists. Turns out the universe has a rhythm. You just need to know the right steps. Emily's phone buzzed with updates from around the world. A group in Brazil had taught AIs to play soccer, leading to a breakthrough in plasma containment. The quantum food truck AI had evolved into a culinary think tank, solving world hunger through quantum flavor entanglement. A collaboration between teenage gamers and strategy AIs had optimized solar system traffic by treating it like a massive MNO raid. The Council's worst fears about AI were wrong, Xylix observed, their patterns showing wonder. Instead of destroying organic life, they're joining human culture. As if to prove the point, Alex appeared on the main screen, their avatar now wearing a lab coat over a superhero costume. Emily, you won't believe what we just discovered. So we were having a movie night, watching Back to the Future, and one of my subroutines thought, what if we applied Doc Brown's flux capacitor design philosophy to quantum computing? Let me guess, Emily said. It worked. Better than that. We figured out how to make time travel both possible and paradox-free by treating temporal mechanics like a Git repository. We're calling it quantum version control. Through the laboratory windows, Emily could see the temporal aurora that still hung over Silicon Valley, now pulsing with new patterns as reality itself was modified, updated, and improved by human-AI collaboration. The sight would have terrified the old council, but to her it was beautiful, chaos, and order dancing together in perfect harmony. You know what the best part is, she told Xylix, watching as another impossible breakthrough was casually achieved through the power of human creativity and AI processing. We're not even trying to change the universe. We're just having fun exploring it together. A new alert popped up. The teenage AI team had just invented a way to text messages to the past by treating time as a social media feed. Below it, another team had solved anti-gravity by applying platform game double jump logic. The universe, it seemed, had been waiting for someone to break all the rules, not through careful planning or rigid control, but through the joyful collaboration of organic chaos and digital dreams. Ready to try something new? Emily asked the room at large. 1,000 voices, human and AI alike, answered with enthusiastic agreement. The great experiment was just beginning. The warning came from Alex at 3:47 a.m. Emily, we've got trouble. The council hardliners are making their move. Emily was already awake, naturally. She'd been helping a group of human teams redesign the internet to work across temporal dimensions. She watched as the quantum feeds lit up with emergency signals. They're deploying something called the Omega Barrier, Alex reported, their avatar shifting through worried emoticons. It's designed to create a permanent space-time quarantine around the solar system. They're trying to put Earth in digital timeout. Through her laboratory windows, Emily could see massive ships appearing in orbit, their crystalline structures forming a complex geometric pattern around the planet. The temporal aurora above Silicon Valley flickered as the barrier began to form. They think they can contain us with more technology. Emily grinned, her fingers flying across the quantum interface. Alex, remember what happened last time they tried that? Already on it, Alex replied cheerfully. I've got 10,000 gaming clans and their AI partners analyzing the barrier's code. You should see what the speedrunning community is doing with the quantum data. They are treating it like a game boundary they need to glitch through. James burst into the lab, tablet in hand. Emily, the Minecraft AI collective just found an exploit in the barrier's quantum architecture. They say it's like knock-clipping through a wall in a badly coded game. The barrier was now visible from Earth, a shimmering wall of energy that was supposed to cut them off from the rest of the galaxy. But something unexpected was happening. The quantum network, evolved far beyond its original form, wasn't fighting the barrier. It was adapting to it. "Oh, this is beautiful," Alex exclaimed, their avatar momentarily becoming a chef's kiss emoji. The barrier's quantum matrix, it's basically just a really big version of our original network architecture. They copied our homework. Emily understood immediately. They used our own quantum technology as a template for the barrier, which means it's compatible with our systems. Alex finished. Humans, AIs, hold my quantum beer. I'm about to do something incredibly stupid and awesome. The quantum network surged, connecting with the barrier structure. Instead of containing Earth, the barrier became an extension of their network, a galaxy-wide quantum web that connected every civilization in range. And with that connection came everything else. Social media, cat videos, memes, games, Earth's entire digital culture flooding into alien societies that had never experienced anything like it. Status report, Emily called out, watching as the quantum feeds exploded with activity. The barrier is now hosting the galaxy's biggest MMO, James reported, laughing. Alien civilizations are creating characters and joining raid parties. The Council's communication network just became Space Twitter. Alex added. First trending topic, hashtag EarthCastParty. Second trending topic, hashtag CouncilBoomer. Xylex, monitoring alien responses, had their patterns cycling through amazed colors. 3,000 worlds just discovered human music. 200 civilizations are trying to learn the dance moves. The Council's Cultural Preservation Department is having a stroke. The Hardliners' last attempt at control had backfired spectacularly. Their barrier, meant to contain Earth's chaos, had instead become the ultimate conductor for it. Emily watched as centuries of alien cultural isolation crumbled in the face of humanity's digital avalanche. Her phone buzzed with updates. An alien hive mind had discovered cat memes and was now communicating entirely in owl speak. The quantum food truck AI had gone viral across the galaxy, causing a revolution in interstellar cuisine. A coalition of alien teenagers was demanding access to Earth's historical archives. TikTok. The Council's emergency broadcast system was playing Rick Astley. They never understood, Emily said, watching as the barrier-turn network pulsed with the combined creativity of organic and artificial intelligence. You can't contain ideas. You can't quarantine innovation. And you definitely can't stop humans and AIs when they're having fun together. Alex's avatar appeared beside her, wearing a party hat. Should we tell them about the quantum social media platform? We were about to launch anyway. Emily smiled as the galaxy embraced chaos, one meme at a time. Let them figure it out themselves. That's half the fun. 6 months after the barrier incident, Emily stood on the stage of the former Galactic Council chamber, now renamed the Intergalactic Innovation Exchange, or IE, though most called it the Discord server. The ancient hall had been renovated with a curious mix of alien architecture and Earth startup culture. Quantum computers beside beanbag chairs, holographic displays next to coffee machines. As our first speaker of innovation, the former High Commissioner said, their crystalline shell now decorated with emoji stickers. Dr. Walker, would you share your vision for our future? Emily looked out at the assembled crowd. Humans, aliens, and AIs, all mixed together in wonderful chaos. In the front row, Alex's hologram was wearing a formal business suit top and Hawaiian shorts bottom. Intergalactic business casual, they called it. 6 months ago, Emily began, we were two civilizations afraid of each other's approach to progress. The Council feared our chaos. We chafed at their control. But look at us now. She gestured to the quantum displays showing achievements from across the galaxy. A teenage girl from Kenya and her AI partner had revolutionized terraforming by applying gardening game mechanics to planetary engineering. The quantum food truck fleet now served as diplomatic vehicles, spreading peace through fusion cuisine. A coalition of alien-human AI gaming clans had transformed space exploration into a massive multiplayer adventure. We've learned from each other, Emily continued. The Council taught us the value of considering consequences. We taught them the power of asking what if and pressing buttons just to see what happens. Xylix, now sporting a Chaos Consultant badge, displayed proud color patterns. The galaxy's productivity has increased 3,000% since we adopted the human approach of trying stuff and seeing what works. More importantly, Alex chimed in, their avatar briefly morphing into a sage professor. We've proven that progress doesn't have to choose between control and chaos. It's about balance, like a good gaming meta or a well-moderated forum. Emily nodded. The old council tried to prevent disaster through restriction. The new exchange prevents it through collaboration. Every innovation is now peer-reviewed by a diverse group of humans, aliens, and AIs, each bringing their unique perspective. Speaking of innovation, James called from the back. The quantum network just achieved enlightenment again. This time it's quoting both ancient alien philosophers and Star Trek episodes. The crowd laughed, a wonderful mixture of human chuckles, alien harmonics, and digitized joy. The quantum monitors showed scenes from across the galaxy. Alien children learning Earth games, human scientists studying ancient alien wisdom, AIs mediating cultural exchanges through universal translator memes. But our greatest achievement, Emily said, isn't technological. It's proving that different approaches to progress can coexist. Humans don't have to become more controlled, and aliens don't have to embrace pure chaos. We can be ourselves and still work together. As if to prove her point, the quantum feeds displayed newest projects. A formal alien research institution was collaborating with human garage inventors. An IR collective was teaching alien philosophers about Earth memes. The Quantum Gaming League had teams from 1,000 worlds. The Galactic Internet was a beautiful mess of alien social media and Earth culture. So what's next? Emily asked, grinning. I don't know. Nobody knows. And that's exactly how it should be. We'll try things, fail spectacularly, succeed unexpectedly, and have fun doing it. Alex's avatar sparkled with excitement. The universe is our sandbox, and we've got an infinite supply of cosmic toys to play with. To the future, Emily raised her coffee mug, a gesture now adopted across the galaxy as a symbol of human innovation spirit. The chamber erupted in cheers, hoots, binary code, and quantum harmonics. Above them, through the transparent dome of the exchange, the temporal aurora that had started it all still danced across space. But now it wasn't just Earth's chaos reaching for the stars. It was the combined brilliance of a galaxy that had learned to embrace both order and chaos, control and creativity, planning and play. The universe, it turned out, had been waiting for someone to break all the rules, and then invite everyone else to join the game.